Hello and welcome to the Abhivachan series in English in collaboration with Atlantic Films. We have been reading Ruskin Bond stories, and today's story's name is Chachi's Funeral. Now you'll think that, oh my god, funeral again, so it'll be some serious stuff, crying again. But no, it's not like that. It's a different stuff altogether. So let's begin the story. Chachi's Funeral. Chachi died at 6 pm on Wednesday, the 5th of April, and came to life again exactly 20 minutes later. This is how it happened. Chachi was a rule as fairly tolerant, easygoing person who waddled about the house without paying much attention to the swarms of small sons, daughters, nephews, and nieces who poured in and out of the rooms. But she had taken a particular aversion to the 10-year-old nephew, Sunil. She was a simple woman and could not understand Sunil. He was a little brighter than her own sons, more sensitive, and inclined to resent a holding or a cuff across the head. He was better looking than her own children. All this, in addition to the fact that she resented having to cook for the boy while both his parents went out at office jobs, led her to grumble at him a little more than was really necessary. Sunil sensed his aunt's jealousy and fanned its flames. He was a mischievous boy and did little things to annoy her, like bursting paper bags behind her while she dozed or commenting on the width of her pajamas when they were hung out to dry. On the evening of the 5th of April, he had been in particularly high spirits and, feeling hungry, entered the kitchen with the intention of helping himself to some honey. But the honey was on the top shelf, and Sunil wasn't quite tall enough to grasp the bottle. He got his fingers to it, but as he tilted it towards him, it fell on the ground with a crash. Chachi reached the scene of the accident before Sunil could slip away. Removing her slipper, she dealt him 3 or 4 furious blows across the head and shoulders. This done, she sat down on the floor and burst into tears. Had the beating come from someone else? Sunil might have cried, but his pride was hurt, and instead of weeping, he muttered something under his breath and stormed out of the room. Climbing the steps to the roof, he went to his secret hiding place, a small hole in the wall of the unused barsati, where he kept his marbles, kite string, tops, and a clasp knife. Opening the knife, he plunged it thrice into the soft wood of the window frame. "I'll kill her," he whispered fiercely. "I'll kill her, I'll kill her." "Who are you going to kill, Sunil?" It was his cousin, Madhu, a dark, slim girl of 12, who aided and abetted him in most of his exploits. Sunil's chachi was her mami. It was a very big family. "Chachi," said Sunil. "She hates me, I know." "Well, I hate her too. This time I'll kill her." "How are you going to do it?" "I'll stab her with this." He showed her the knife. 3 times, in the heart. "But you will be caught. The CID are very clever. Do you want to go to jail?" "Won't they hang me?" "They don't hang small boys. They send them to boarding school." "I don't want to go to a boarding school." "Then better not kill your chachi. At least not this way. I'll show you how." Madhu produced pencil and paper, went down on her hands and knees, and screwing up her face and sharp concentration, made a rough drawing of Chachi. Then, with a red crayon, she sketched in a big heart in the region of Chachi's stomach. "Now," she said, "stab her to death." Sunil's eyes shone with excitement. Here was a great new game. You could always depend on Madhu for something original. He held the drawing against the woodwork and plunged his knife 3 times in Chachi's pestle breast. "You have killed her," said Madhu. "Is that all?" "Well, if you like, we can cremate her." "All right." She took the torn paper, crumbled it up, produced a box of matches from Sunil's hiding place, lit a match, and set fire to the paper. In a few minutes, all that remained of Chachi were a few ashes. Poor Chachi, said Madhu. Perhaps we shouldn't have done it, said Sunil, beginning to feel sorry. I know. We'll put her ashes in the river. What river? Oh, the drain will do. Madhu gathered the ashes together and leant over the balcony of the roof. She threw out her arms and the ashes drifted downwards. Some of them settled on the pomegranate tree, a few reached to the drain and were carried away by a sudden rush of kitchen water. She turned to face Sunil. Big tears were rolling down Sunil's cheeks. What are you crying for? Asked Madhu. Chachi, I didn't hate her so much. Then why did you want to kill her? Oh, that was a different thing. Come on then, let's go down. I have to do my homework. As they came down the steps from the roof, Chachi emerged from the kitchen. Oh, Chachi, shouted Sunil. He rushed to her and tried to get his arms around her ample waist. Now what's up? Grumbled Chachi. What is it this time? Nothing, Chachi. I love you so much. Please don't leave us. A look of suspicion crossed Chachi's face. She frowned down the boy, but she was reassured by the look of genuine affection that she saw in his eyes. Perhaps he does care for me after all, she thought, and patting him gently on the head, she took him by the hand and led him back to the kitchen. That was so sweet. I'm sure that we all must have gone through this feeling at least once in our life that we want to kill someone, we hate that person for some time. But what we lack for is the innocence of that kid, Sunil. We lack for that innocence which helps her understand the value of that person. What if we actually loosen up that person? So I just wish that we all keep that innocence within our hearts, and let's meet up in the next episode with Ruskin Vaughan's such wonderful story. Till the time,